Okay, I'm going to be showing off low percent C peaks because there's a lot of stuff that isn't covered in my comm sob. There's just lots of cycles out there, so I'm going to condense it all, everything that I know about C peak, my favorite split. A lot of runners bleed time here, so let's get started. 5 to 6 out of hits of soul is preferred at this point in order to prevent any extra backtracking. I'll show you where you can get it. You just need to leave the next room with full soul. So you get 2 hits there, and then just jump up like that. If you are short soul, you'll be like right here, and then just pogo this guy a ton. So here, there's normally going to be a toll, and you do a fast look down, but the save file's messed up, so yeah. Toll's right here, you just go boop, and just walk through. Side slash and pogo the spike for swag. Gonna walk off this platform, then hold neutral, and then go through. And the reason you're doing that is to not fall into that pit. Obviously, stay on the ground on the right moving conveyors, and on the left moving ones, get off of it. Okay, this is pogaxe. For non-pogaxe, for plebs, you're gonna go left. And if this windback's in the way, you just cry, because that's free time loss. Congratulations. You can get a couple hits. If you're short, then 2 fireballs and left slash, walk through it, and you continue going up. If you're not a pleb and you've learned pogaxe, you're going to go to the right, and you will go for pogaxe if the windback is in your way. If not, you just continue going up. So let me show you. So, windback's in my way, go for pogaxe. Just like that. So, my setup is a mini hop, jump off, and the important thing is to try not to bonk on the ceiling. If you bonk on the ceiling, you start going down a lot earlier. So, you don't have to full jump. So I always do like a partial jump. I'm like trying to hit this, like a little bit below this is where I'm aiming for it. If the miter doesn't throw the axe, don't try to salvage it. Just after this jump, always do it like this. Don't stall, don't wait, don't do anything. Just always do this. And then if it doesn't work, always go down and go around. And if the windback is on the right, you've only lost a couple seconds because you're gonna have to wait anyway. If it's on the left, don't go for pogaxe. Simple. So, let me see if I can show non-pogaxe. Yep, see, windback's on the left, don't go for it. You go on up. 2 fireballs and move on. So, the only other advantage of pogaxe, other than like the potential 5 seconds of time save, is your full soul here. So you don't have to worry about soul later. But soul's not a huge deal, so we'll cover soul in a second. So you should be at 4 hits if you didn't go for pogaxe, which is going to be the majority of cases, since the windback is 50-50 chance, and then pogaxe is about a 50-50 chance, and so 75% of the time you're going to have 4 soul here. In this room, the only difference is we're going to be hitting a miner. We don't want this miner to walk too far left or this cycle gets tight. So that's the cycle. It's obviously not the fastest. I can do it. I've seen some shenanigans with people like left side, or like thought about going left side, like any percent. Right side doesn't really lose that much time. So just go for it. Because you won't take damage. Simple as that. So now you should be at 5 hits. This room has 2 ways. This is going to be neither of those ways. Okay, let's try to cover the fast way first. This will take 1 damage. You pogo this lantern. 1, 2, 3. Jump all the way up here. Don't do that final wall jump. And then jump up there. You don't need to get a hit on this going back. This is where you'll get soul if you're short, but if you're not short, don't do it. let me go and just reload the save state. Next is a damageless cycle. This is actually hella tight, so we'll talk about it. But okay, I missed it. So if you miss it, you can just go on up to the left here. You'll have enough iframes to make it. So yeah, obviously don't rely on damageless to save your run. Just heal if you're low. Let me see if I can get it properly. I missed it. Oh my god. I had it too. Yep, and then you wait and go up as normal. Like, you go up and to the left because the right side you're gonna get hit. So, left's just faster there. So, we'll talk about the things about damageless. So, the first step is this lantern right here, this yellow square where the lantern is. You need to be pogoing that and not the red square where this crawler is. Yellow, no iframes. Further to the right and further up, giving you more height, you go faster. Red one, freeze frames. Lower, left, slower, bad. You can't do damageless if you pogo this guy. You always have to do it from the lantern. And you should just be doing the lantern anyway. Because, so when this guy comes down, you see how big, so it doesn't show the hitbox for the spikes, but it's massive. Like, see how far your wall jumps, like, propel you out? Like, all the way to here. Like, that spike's gonna hit you. So the way we get around this is if we do it from this very bottom corner, as fast as possible, while it's still up here, it won't launch us into the crawler. So you need to be fast, you need to do it from the bottom corner, and then you need your jump to be short, so that way you don't go out as far. You need it to be a short one onto here and go up. So that's too high. You want something more like this. And then obviously that's bad, but you can make it up here now. Okay. Next step is going to be this room. You're going to want to wall jump off that top one. It's faster. More so than in any percent, because in any percent you can do like an extra dash thingy. For this jump, for this drop, I always go far right. So if I cancel early, I can go through. So this gate's down, so that's bad. But yeah, if you cancel early, you land here instead of down there with the hard fall, so that's better. And then you're gonna fall and get a up slash on this. If you messed up, the guy's gonna be too high and will instantly open up spikes and you can't get the hit. So in that case, you just need to jump up and get your hit, because you need 6 out of 9 soul for this run. So this is CP. I'm gonna set a save state here. We're gonna talk about damageless first. So there's a damageless cycle through here. It looks cool and terrifying at the same time, so keep that in mind. Up slash, side slash, 1, 2, 3. And then do a jump up here, jump, and jump through, and voila. That is going to be your damageless cycle, and from this point onwards, it's going to be the same as damage tank. Damage tank. Oh yeah, this happens, by the way, if you are on a conveyor and you load a save state. So you get like this storage, and it lasts through transitions. So yeah, don't do that. Okay, next thing we're talking about is going to be the damage tank cycle. I'll go a little more in depth with all these jumps and things we're looking at. So you're gonna want to hold right because this is a fast conveyor, and then you're gonna want to jump on this one because it's slow. You can't walk off to the edge and like do a wall jump. You actually need to jump off. This jump's actually pretty lax though, so you don't need to worry about that. I like to fireball when I'm like right around these spikes for my first one. It's just easier for me. We're gonna turn on hitboxes here, and I'm gonna hover. So you see that yellow like line across the screen right here? That's when the next cycle starts. So if you have to wall jump off this one because your fireballs were dumb or whatever, you don't start the next cycle, so you don't have to adjust anything. So yeah, that's all you need to know for that first part. Obviously damage tanks faster, but we are low and the cycles are messed up, so I'm just going to show it all again. Ideally you clear that gap. So, let me try to show you. Ideally don't, like, touch this ledge. You want to keep your fall speed. So that's going to mess up some cycles here, so we'll just talk about backups over here. So we'll get to the rest of this. We're just going to talk about this final part for a second while the cycle's messed up. So if you mess up the cycle like I have, let's see. If you, like, wall jumped off the side, whatever, the cycle's messed up, you'll see a lot of people doing these jumps. And let me tell you why this is bad. How long are you actually on this platform for? Like, 0 seconds. You're just always in the air. So how the hell are you supposed to get across? You're never going to make it across if you're always in the air. So, you're going to want to jump later and, like, try to pogo earlier, like that, and you'll have a lot more time to react. You'll get better cycles. You won't be trapped there forever. Because obviously, these lasers are dumb, and you want to kind of be jumping as the laser's still going. Like, let me see. Oh. Yeah, see how, like, I clear it very easily? Yeah, jump as the laser's, like, been going for a second. Don't jump when you see the laser's gone, because it's going to be tighter. So we're going to talk about the fast cycles in here, where you don't miss anything. So this is going to be fairly tight after this point. Oh my gosh, I just didn't jump. That's a treat. I just didn't jump again. That's okay. We'll just retry. But yeah, sometimes that happens. If you get hit by those spikes going up, your run's dead because you don't have soul to fireball skip again. So yeah, clear that ledge. Get hit to the right side. If you mess up by being slow, oh, that was too fast. That could happen. Oh my god. Rust. It's too real. So let's talk about the damage tank for a second. So you saw how I, like, took damage and that laser knocked me in the direction I was going? Can I jump? Is there, like, actually something wrong with my controller? Like, I'm literally just not jumping. Whatever. But yeah, if you get hit left by this laser, like that, you're just gonna have a bad time. It's because you were slow. And then I always walk off, and I will talk about why walking off is the superior strategy. Yep. So, right here. You see how I wall jumped off this side? That causes you to be pushed out further, and that laser is going to come at a worse timing. This jump from here onto here, if you hit it right here, you're not even going to make it. You have to hit this corner. And you're going to end up doing another wall jump off of here. However, if you walk off, you can hit this top corner, get a perfect jump onto here, and make it to this platform a lot easier, and you don't have to do the extra wall jump. So, while it seems slower, it's faster. And you're gated by this cycle anyway, so you cannot make an earlier cycle. And so just walking off here gives you a very consistent cycle. Like, even if you get the jump first time perfect, like, you're just gonna have a bad time. So let me try to show what I mean here. Obviously these laser cycles are messed up, but... So yeah, you see that like my jump was a little slow. Like you see how tight this is. But you can only really get that really good jump from that. And that brings up another good point when getting hit by that laser. If you try making that too early, you'll end up just getting hit. So don't try to force the issue, because you don't want to get knocked back. And that being said, it's going to be pretty much everything. Obviously there's a platform there.